Thor, Captain America, Thor,
Hi guys. Can anyone hear me? Yes, no, maybe so, hope so. Holy shit, that's like the first thing someone says. Uh, hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Howdy, howdy. I want to know if anyone can hear me, that's all. Okay, I can hear myself. I'm good. I'm good. Alright, that's all I wanted to know. I know you can hear me, babe. It's just the people on YouTube, because I'm streaming off my console to get on YouTube. So it's a little bit different. I have to actually plug my headset into the console and all that good stuff. Spider-Man 3 review is going to take a little bit longer because there's a lot of things that, I mean, you could ask my girlfriend. um, she's over at Twitter at Enchanted Rose. She's seen it. I mean, me and my brother are working together in tandem on this review, and there's a lot of extra stuff that because I'm ambitious, and yeah, I'm ambitious, and there's just a lot of stuff that I'm planning for that review that's going to take some time, some special effects and all this stuff. Like, we're right now, believe it or not, in the process of creating a fully 3D modeled Venom for a part of the review that I'm recording. Like, we have mostly all of the physical recordings. The script is, for the most part, I have it in my head. I've typed most of it out, but I haven't finished it. Gameplay, I still need to record lots of more stuff, but I can't really do it right now because I have PlayStation. My PlayStation Plus is expired, so I can't really save my game state from where it is now because I have to essentially start the game over again.
All right.
Let's go to Asgard. So there's a lot of stuff going on, but don't worry. I mean, it might take a little while for that review to come back out. We are working on it together, though, so it'll probably get done more faster than it is me just doing it by myself. But I have some other things planned, some cool little side projects that'll be coming out sometime soon. I think you guys will enjoy and will be fun. My thoughts on the Spider-Man PS4 story trailer and E3 demo. So, the E3 demo, if I'm remembering right, I think that was the one with him swinging through the QuickTime events and all that stuff. I thought it was kind of meh. I mean, it seemed cool. The one thing I can say about the game is that it has really high production values, and that's always a good thing, because Spider-Man has always been lacking in production value. Like, every time you look at his games, you can tell it's a game on a budget. And Insomniac has done a really good job of making the game feel like there's a budget behind it and making it feel like they're taking the game seriously, like it's an important game to them. So I applaud them and commend them for that, but the rest of the game hasn't really impressed me. It looks like other Spider-Man games that have come out in recent years, except a little bit more refined. And I'm kind of worried about that, because I really do want this game to have its own identity, but for the most part, it just seems like every other superhero action game, just with a Spider-Man coat of paint. And, I mean, it is what it is. I'll reserve my judgment to it. I will say that it's turned a new leaf in me that it just looks like they care about the game. So I'm a little bit less, I'm a little bit less critical on them for that. But I'm still watching it with, a very close eye, because to me, there's nothing that has really impressed me, per se, about the game. Nothing that's really wowed me and said, I really have to get this game.
We're standing in a land very few humans have ever seen. This is the world known as Valhalla.
So that's that.
It's where brave Asgardian warriors go when they die. Understand that the only reason we're allowed to make headquarters here is because Asgard has fallen, and they need our help to defeat Doom.
And yes, I have watched the trailer. I watched the Paris Games trailer. Like I said, I've been keeping close tabs with the game. I've been reading interviews here and there, and I've been watching the stuff and trying to figure out more information. And I mean, they're boasting a lot of stuff. Don't get me wrong. They're saying like things like physics-based swinging is back, but you look at the character and the way he moves, it's very, very clear that it's not actually physics, because his body isn't reacting the way it should when he's coming off of a swing. So I mean, there's various things here and there that I'm keeping my eye on.
Welcome to Valhalla. I'm glad to see you. Look, listen, you're welcome. Sure.
By your command.
I am very sorry to hear about this.
Hey, how are you? Though that look, come.
All right. I guess I'll head over to Bifrost. Yeah, the Bifrost Bridge.
My friends, these are indeed dark times. The Masters of Evil have overwhelmed the army of Asgard, and the only path for reinforcements has been closed off to us.
Don't hesitate to ask me anything, guys. I will answer anything I can.
Between Earth and Asgard?
Obviously, I'm not going to be telling you what I think about.
Many warriors would return if only the path were open.
How did Doom manage to block off Bifrost?
The gate at the
I'm not.
closest to Earth.
Obviously, I'm not going to be telling you guys what my
Can
review
only be opened from
of
our
Spider-Man
side.
3 is going to be and
But
stuff
I
like
would
that. I
warn
can't
you,
tell you any of the secret
the
stuff like
wrecking
that
crew
because
is
that's
guarding
for the
the
video.
gate.
But for the most part, I can answer
wrecking
anything you
crew?
want,
Pardon me for not being
and there'll be no
scared.
restrictions on
I
that.
gotta agree with Webhead here. How bad
And of
can
course,
these
time.
jokers be?
You know, if you're going to ask
The
me when
wrecking
the review
crew
is going
is
to come out,
not
I
to be
can't tell you
taken
because
lightly.
all of the things that I'm doing
They
with these
are
reviews
humans who were
do take
mistakenly
time.
granted the powers
And
of
like
one
I
of
said,
my
I'm working on some very, very
More than
ambitious
once,
stuff
they have
for my
sorely
channel,
tested
especially
my
being so low
powers.
budget and
They almost
having
beat
like
you?
next to
Then we
zero
better be
support
on our
for the
guard.
channel.
They are formidable
It
opponents.
takes time.
But
I
that is
have to
not
work a
all.
real job. I have to pay
Loki
rent.
has struck
I
a
have
bargain
bills that are
with
due. I have to
Hela,
pay my
the
car.
goddess of death.
I have to
Her
pick up my
minions
brother on the
will
other side of
also
town
seek to stop us.
to help me
So
whenever
we're
he's not at
fighting
school and he has
gods
free
and the
time. So like a
undead.
day like today, usually he would be helping me,
Anyone
but
else
he's busy
nervous
today
about our odds here?
applying
We
for jobs
must
himself.
succeed.
So
Without those additional forces,
I figured
there
I'd
is little
use some
hope for
downtime
Asgard.
here to
Not to worry,
to
Thor.
stream and
We'll get those
chat
gates
with you
open.
guys and see what's going on
thank
and
you, my
see if you
friends.
want to
Let us
talk to me
battle
and
on
ask me
to
anything
victory.
and you know, stuff like that. Probably should have gotten some water or something before I came in here.
Good. Make your way across.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who's this? Storm.
Sure.
We'll play as Moon Knight, because I really have been enjoying Moon Knight. Come on, get out of the way.
Humans, I would ask my...
Yeah, I gotta find your sword, I know. Played this game enough to know what the tasks are and what you do and how the end game results for doing the tasks. Alright.
This battle will end soon.
An arrow in my head. I have 2 arrows in my head.
I hope this wasn't.
Affirmative. Sure.
As you wish.
Yeah, this is Marvel Ultimate Alliance that was downloaded on the PlayStation Store, yes. It's on the PS4, and I mean, I do have copies for the PS3 and PS2, but I can't play with anybody, unfortunately, because I don't have PlayStation Plus. So if somebody wants to buy me PlayStation Plus, I'll be more than happy to just link up with some people and start playing around with you guys, and you know, you guys can ask me questions in a party chat or whatever. But so far, I can't do any of that because I don't have the money for PlayStation Plus. I just paid rent, and I can't afford to put in $60 or whatever for the year.
Face it. I'm faster than you. Yes.
Yeah, I should probably be playing as Moon Knight. I'm trying to unlock his costume.
This battle will end soon.
Didn't see that coming, did you?
Stop shooting arrows at me. They hurt. See ya. have 1 and 2, both on the PS2, the PS3, the PC, and the PS4. I think the only one I don't have for the PS2 is Ultimate Alliance 2, because I didn't bother with that. I knew that was a lesser game. And the first Ultimate Alliance came out around the time that the consoles were basically, you know, the PS3 and the 360 were basically coming out, so I didn't have any qualms about picking that up. Oh my god, this guy's draining us. Cap just took 2 arrows in the back. Oh, pretty sure he fell off the map. Before we go here, let's take a look around. He just died. Wow. I blocked that. I did watch Spider-Man Homecoming, and to be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of it. I thought it was okay, but it's definitely not the best Spider-Man film that everyone keeps saying that it is. It's a decent attempt to incorporate Spider-Man into the MCU, and that much is what I can say for it. But I'm not a fan of his Stark suit. I'm not a fan of the reliance on gadgets and stuff like that. Like, that to me has never been Spider-Man. And even in later comics, when he does get kind of like a tech suit, it's still not, you know, it's not intriguing when the suit can basically be his plot MacGuffin to get him out of devices. Like, you know, moments in the film where, for example, Vulture has him and is just swooping in and picks him up out of the sky, like picks him out of his web swing, basically.
All right.
And then the suit just like parachutes him, you know, like it saves him. That to me is not. That to me is not like Spider-Man. It's just not him. Like, he's depending on the suit to be Spider-Man, and that's never truly been the way he's been. He, you know, he's more of a solo guy.
How about some
I'm gonna
help
die
here?
here. Jeez.
Sure.
Cap, do your thing. Thank you. How about you, Thor?
All right.
Jesus.
Yes.
Lunar eclipse.
I might have to do this just to get them. There we go. So yeah, I'm not a fan. It's just, it doesn't seem like it was, you know, everyone keeps saying best Spider-Man film, all this other stuff, and I'm like, it's not really that good. It's decent, but it's not the best, like everyone keeps saying that it is. I don't agree with that statement at all. Thought it was a decent film, but I'm not a fan of it overall. I think it was lackluster. I thought it was very underwhelming for a Spider-Man film. And I get it's the whole origin story of Spider-Man becoming Spider-Man and taking responsibility for his actions and stuff like that, but it seems so wrong because they made him seem like he was an incompetent superhero. And we all know he's not. We all know he can hold his weight. He makes mistakes, sure, he's not perfect, but he can hold his weight anywhere. And I can't pick that up. There we go. And to me, it's like, it's the biggest misconception with like that film, and then you go back to Civil War. Spider-Man held his own against the Avengers for the entirety of that fight at the airport. Like, he did pretty well, you know? And then you're telling me like he can't handle the Vulture? He can't handle the Shocker? He can't handle any of those thugs? Like, come on. Let's be serious here. Actually,
Sure. Aye.
it's your hand, brother.
Affirmative.
Let's go, Cap. Yeah, I'd have to actually like sit down and articulate my thoughts in a more concise manner, but it's just I can't say more. You know, I thought it was okay, but I wasn't a big fan. When I left the theater, I was kind of like, well, that was really underwhelming. It just felt like one of those movies that they just had to do because they just had to do. It didn't feel like I witnessed anything special. It didn't feel like the rechristening of Spider-Man, you know. It just felt like a movie that had to happen because it had to happen. And wasn't a fan. So if you really liked it, I'm sorry, but I wasn't a fan. That's a question I see a lot in my comment section. I do read it, by the way. I don't ignore the comment section. I see mostly what everyone posts, and I try to respond as diligently as I can. But yeah, I see that question a lot. Is like, what do you think about Homecoming? What do you think about the PS4 game? Those are ones I see constantly. If you guys don't mind, I'm also streaming this on Twitch. I will provide my Twitch link down below if you guys have a Twitch channel, and if you don't mind following me. Here it is. I'll paste it right here. That is me on Twitch. And if you feel like watching on Twitch, it probably looks better, less darker. Go ahead and give me a follow. I'd appreciate it very much. I have not seen Thor Ragnarok. I want to, and the only reason I want to is for the Hulk. That's pretty much it. Because I'm not that I'm not a fan of Thor. I like Thor. I think Thor is cool. I think there's some cool things about the mythology and all that stuff. But I'm more interested in the Hulk, and I have been for a long time. I'm one of those people who have been begging for them to do a Planet Hulk movie, and they just refuse to. And then we kind of get this that's kind of like slapped in the middle of it. So I'm interested in seeing it. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I keep hearing that it's a lot of comedy, so I'm really worried about that, because I want my superhero films to be at least a little bit serious. And if Ragnarok doesn't care to be, if it just wants to be straight up comedy all the time, then I might have a bit of an issue with it. There's Valkyrie's sword.
Thank you, humans. I will not forget this. Come to me, Dragon Fang.
Take a nap. Alright, so I just gotta make sure that I don't have anything over here that I missed. Yeah, I keep hearing that it's funny. I just hope that it's not all comedy. You know, I hope that it can take itself seriously, but it knows... Kind of like Civil War. Civil War had its funny moments, but then it was mostly just a serious film, you know? I hope that Ragnarok can kind of be that same way, and I don't know. Like, it just doesn't seem to be. Hey, Mr. Ultimate, how are you? Welcome back, pal. I'm gonna keep plugging my Twitch channel if you guys don't mind. Just because I know some people here who do watch me do not probably know that I stream on Twitch, and I'm a lot more active on there than here for the obvious reasons that I don't have to sit at a computer for 8 hours a day that I don't have, because the girlfriend gets mad if I do that, to edit a video. So if you keep seeing a link for twitch.tv/thatspideyplayer, which I am currently live and dual streaming on Twitch and YouTube, you can go ahead and follow me there. So this question I do get a lot, and it's a question that, I can't answer just because these are videos that I am planning to do reviews on. So it's a question of I don't know about Homecoming. Homecoming's comedy to me was kind of hit and miss, just because it was just weird most of the time. It was at the expense of Spider-Man, which I don't think works. It has to be at this, like, Spider-Man comedy in the comics that works the best is at the expense of heroes or like misfortunate things that happen to Spider-Man, but not in the face of like villains. So he's not like messing up and doing stupid shit in front of villains, like he tripped around Donald Glover and stuff like that. But to answer your question, Mr. Ultimate. I do plan on doing Web of Shadows in 3. The plan right now is to get through Spider-Man 3 to then move on to Web of Shadows. I've been kind of playing with the idea of doing Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 together in the meantime, because I think 3 and Web of Shadows will take a really long time to do with the things that I have planned. If I don't decide to scrap it, that is, because me and my brother, like, I don't know, if you guys follow me on Twitter, you would know that me and my brother are trying to basically build a 3D model from scratch of Venom to try and include in one of my videos, and it's becoming a lot more harder than I would have liked, but it's in progress and a lot of things happening. So I do plan on reviewing those 2 games. I plan on reviewing all of them. In fact, I was also thinking this is one of my secret projects that I will reveal to you guys right now. A streaming exclusive. I was planning in the meantime of those videos not being able to get released at the moment. I was planning on doing some old retro Spider-Man games, so like the Super Nintendo Spider-Man and the X-Men game. That's a Spider-Man comic. So the Super Nintendo Spider-Man and the X-Men game, and also Maximum Carnage are ones that I have on my person right now. I've always had those since I was a kid. So I was planning on doing reviews for those, because those are pretty easy, just because they're old games, they're very simplistic. So it wouldn't be too hard to really get into them, and those games are just fucking hard. So it'll be fun to rip them apart, for sure, because I don't think I've ever beaten them. I've gotten pretty far in Spider-Man and the X-Men, but I can't play Maximum Carnage for more than I think the first Venom level before I'm out of lives, so... I'll look forward to playing those and reviewing those.
This won't take much longer.
Opinion on Spider-Man PS4. I got a feeling I'm gonna be getting that asked to me a lot. It looks okay. I'm not impressed by it yet. It has a lot to really do to impress me. It looks like every other superhero action game we've seen come out in the last like 10 years. It just looks like a higher produced version of the Spider-Man game, which I'm happy about, because I think that's great. Spider-Man deserves higher production quality, but it's not impressive in the very least. It looks kind of meh. And I'm also not very fond of QuickTime events, which the game seems to be bolstering a lot to add a more cinematic feel to the game. I don't feel like that enriches your gameplay experience. I think that actually takes away when you're not actually being able to do anything, and it's kind of like a pretend scenario of like, oh hey, you're actually pressing buttons to do this, but you're not really doing anything at all.
If you say so.
By your command.
Ah. I will be getting Spider-Man PS4 day one. I don't think that's really much of a choice at this point. I think I have to. I think if I don't get that, I'll be doing myself a disservice. Just as a channel that reviews Spider-Man games, or just games in general. So yeah, I'll probably get it day one. Team boost. The wrecking room. Ow. Cap.
That's gonna leave a bruise.
Nay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Have to get rid of some stuff. Let's see what other questions I've been asked. The Amazing Spider-Man series was shit. The second one was awful. The first one had some potential. So it just, I don't know where they went wrong. They had 2 years to work on that game, and they just didn't even fucking bother, which to me is the biggest insult more than anything else. What do I need to get rid of here? Let's get rid of Blade's coat. I don't need that shit. I don't watch any of the CW/DC shows, so like stuff like Arrow and all that stuff, I've never watched, believe it or not, because I just don't really watch TV. And I know some of them are on Netflix, but I also don't watch that because I've been too busy gearing myself up to get ready for Daredevil. Oh my god, he just pulled it. You gotta stop hitting me, pal. Stop dodging me. DBZ stuff, not really. I mean, I used to watch a lot when I was a kid, but I fell out of it. So, like, all the recent stuff, I haven't seen. Like, stuff like Super and all that stuff, I know of it. And I'm very excited for that DBZ fighting game, don't get me wrong. But I'm not, like, super into it. So I know just very minimal stuff, like, you know, characters now. I don't know, like, I've seen the, like, weird Phoenix-looking, or, like, Pharaoh-looking dude.
Score one for the good guy.
Get out. Eat it. Eat it. Take it. There we go. Took a little while. So yeah, I'm not really too into DBZ, but I know of it. I'm not like a diehard fan.
Sure.
Let's get rid of that for you, Spidey. You don't need that.
Good job. Now read.
Yeah, so before you joined Mr. Ultimate, I was saying I have some secret projects in plan that'll be kind of... it's in the works right now. I don't know what the timetable for those reviews, because they're not going to be as like crazy as the Spider-Man 3 one I'm planning right now with all this shit that I'm trying to do with Venom. It's not going to be nearly as nuts. So those two games will probably come out sometime in the next 2 months. Fingers crossed, because there's not really a lot to it more than just, you know, getting the gameplay, writing the script, and dressing up a little bit, because, you know, you always gotta have fun. But, yeah, I am planning on doing some stuff. I'm not gonna be solely a strictly Spider-Man channel, or reviews for Spider-Man games. I'm gonna do some other stuff that I've enjoyed over the years. So, yeah, that'll be coming out soon. But obviously the bigger ones, the reason why people even subscribe to this channel in the first place is for Spider-Man stuff, so I'm not privy to that fact.
More wondrous than my wildest of dreams.
So the two games in question
I wish I could
are...
the fall of Asgard.
I was planning on doing... Unless you guys don't want to know. If you want to know what the games are, I'll tell you, but I'll keep it secret if you want to be surprised. One's a PS1 game, the other one's a PS2 game, so you guys can take your guesses.
Even the mighty Balder have tasted the bitter dregs of defeat. Now I, Loki, am the true Lord and Master of Asgard. And all those who have dared to mock me are in chains, beaten, and hopeless.
Need I remind you, Loki, that your brother Thor still remains free?
Your fascination with the god of thunder grows tiresome, Enchantress.
But has he not proven himself your better time and time again?
Careful. That beauteous face will gain you only so much of my mercy.
But she does bring a valid point to light. Thor will likely attempt to liberate the fallen warriors.
Think you that I would not be prepared?
Blasto, hell no. Hell no. I can't do that, Blasto. Oh my god, I'll lose a lung screaming so hard at that game.
After all, am I not the god of mischief? My brother and his friends will most assuredly enter Asgard. But trust me when I say they will never leave.
Very good. You must now move.
What about the rest of you? There's at least 3 people in here, so I'd like to know your opinions. If you'd like to hear what the games are in question, I will tell you. If not, then I'll keep it a secret. It's no big deal to me, but if you want a surprise... Spider Sense. I'll take that, thank you very much. Ugh, you're really hard. Protected by his minions. Take that. Sure, let's get a body upgrade for Moon Knight here. Well, I guess I really don't have 3 people here. I have more of myself and then 2 other people, one not saying anything. So I guess I'll just say it if you're fine with it. The 2 games that I was having planned to do reviews for are Toy Story 2 for the PlayStation 1 and Scarface for the PS2. Those are the 2 games that I was planning on doing reviews for in the meantime while Spider-Man 3 and Web of Shadows are being produced, so to speak. Let's change teams here.
Blade.
Not leaving Blade, I just want to see. I don't have anything for Blade, huh? Wow.
Hawkeye. Thor. Iron Man.
Avengers!
Cyclops.
I really want to beef him up because I like Optic Blast. I like his super. I don't see him being valuable though. He's really weak too. Like, he does no damage.
Wolverine. Storm. Sabretooth.
X-Men!
Colossus.
X-Men!
You know, that group that Marvel's trying to pretend that doesn't exist? Games that I've been playing on the side recently, Deus Ex. Deus Ex for sure, because I love that game, and not the newest one, but the oldest one for the PC. I've been playing multiplayer with a group of friends that are really, really cool. And we have like a Discord chat going on, because most people don't really play that game anymore, and it's kind of sad because the game's really, really fun. And it's like a hodgepodge of multiplayer modes. Like, you can play competitively if you want to. You can play like co-op. Like I have a server that I try to run because I'm working on a map there too. It's a co-op server, and you can play different co-op maps and stuff like that, and it's really fun and it's really cool, and people are into it, but no one's on to play it because most people that play the game live in the UK, and of course time differences and all that fun stuff. So that's the only crappy part about it, but for the most part, I mean, that's really what I've been playing. I've been playing that, played some Payday 2, a little bit of Overwatch, a little bit of this, a little bit of, I mean, that's pretty much it. I don't really game as much as I would like.
Spider-Man.
Unfortunately.
Captain America. Thor.
Like astonishing on.
Be careful out there, team. Got it.
By your command.
Whatever.
Yes.
And then, of course, I've been having to play Spider-Man games just to review them and stuff like that, so that's also been part of what I've been playing. The new cartoon, terrible. It looks awful. Like, it genuinely looks like a really crappy version. It almost makes me regret that Ultimate Spider-Man's no longer in production. Because that cartoon, even though it was awful in its own right, was at least appealing to look at. And I can't stand the guy who does Spidey's voice now. He's like nails on the chalkboard for me. Maybe I might be in the minority there, but I'm not a fan. Excuse me. Hope I'm not getting sick.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's gonna leave a bruise.
I actually have to go that way. So I'm going to explore a little bit around, see if I missed anything here. I apologize as this isn't the most appealing of gameplay. I know Ultimate Alliance is not that much fun to look at, but it's something, yeah.
What's this? The enemy has circled behind us? Attack them while I warn the others.
Whoa. Oh, that's a loaded question. Of course, the new VA is better than that one. That one is just... Oh my god, I can't say how many bad... I can't even put into words how awful Web of Shadows' voice actor for Spider-Man is. You talk about, like, not even fitting the character at all. Like, that is textbook example of just wrong casting. I wish they had given me that job. To be honest with you, I probably would have done a better job. That guy's voice was like nails on a chalkboard.
Affirmative.
Because he talked like this all the time. He sounded like Pee Wee Herman. Awful, awful, awful.
This battle will end soon.
It's not his fault. I mean, it's just... I don't know who casted him. I don't know why they thought that voice was good enough to be Spider-Man. It's like, the tricky thing about casting someone as Spider-Man is you have to have someone who sounds like he could be really confident, but also be a nerd. Because that's kind of the whole the duality of the character. Is like, in the mask, he's confident because nobody knows who he is. He has the power of being anonymous, and he can just be a troll, and he can, exemplify confidence. But like out of the mask, as himself, as Peter Parker, like the guy is.
Right.
Those are skill points.
Sure.
I'll give it to Spidey. Out of the mask, the guy is just—he's not confident at all. He's very timid, mild-mannered, and it's just you have a voice like that underneath the suit, or I should say in the suit, he shouldn't be sounding like that. He should be sounding confident, and instead he sounds like someone who lives in their parents' basement, like the epitome of that stereotype. That's the voice that I would put to that stereotype. Generic. He's generic. He almost reminds me of Sam Riegel, who did the voice for Spider-Man in the Amazing games. It's very generic.
Well done. You have proven yourself to be valiant warriors. The door to the Hall of the Honored Fallen is now open to you.
Why, thank you. What a nice guy. I might need some... Actually, this team is really good. I love Tekken. Have Tekken right here. I have Tekken 7 somewhere in this room.
Hello, valiant warriors. Sit and drink with me.
Now this is my kind of party. Look at all this food. Almost makes me wish I was dead. No.
Let's talk to Weasel.
Oh, isn't that Valkyrie something? Beat some... Makes me wish I was in that... Thanks. When you get back from your mission...
So favorite voice actor for Spidey is hands down, just because I grew up on the guy, Christopher Daniel Barnes. But if I had to choose anyone to be a voice actor for Spidey in any upcoming projects, it'd have to be Josh Keaton. Like, I can tolerate...
Well, your advice to go to the Baxter building was wrong. I had to hide out in a dumpster. I don't think I'm ever gonna wash that smell off. At least I made it to the X-Men. I've got one last idea.
Drink with me.
Okay. So yeah, if I had any choice in the matter for new Spider-Man projects, I'd voice. You know, I'd give the role to Josh Keaton. No questions asked.
Yeah.
Hello. People are still pretty shocked about losing our teammate in the Fisto Beast. He has any.
Yeah, you know, this... I've got...
Why does that scoundrel named Weasel stare at me so? Ha! Don't... Though I must admit, his stare... I am about... Yes, I can...
Skipping through these just to make sure I don't...
Hello, and...
Thanks, Sue.
Sit and drink with me. Sit and drink with me.
Sure.
I hear sit and drink with me one more time.
Sit and drink with me.
Good God. How many times are they going to say that? I kind of do, not as much as I used to, just because, again, no time.
Sif, it is good
but
to see you.
My least favorite arc, I can't tell you what my least favorite arc was. I do remember some ones that were pretty bad. Off the top of my head, I'm thinking of, like, Clone Wars. Spider-Man Clone Wars, just that whole thing was awful. Everyone hated the Clone Wars. The only good thing to come out of it was Ben Reilly as the Scarlet Spider. Like, that costume was cool and he was cool, but that whole saga where, like, you know, you end up finding out that Norman impregnated Gwen and all that shit, it's just like fucking weird shit that it's just, you know, no, don't do that.
Welcome to Valhalla.
I live here, you bitch.
It does.
Don't tell me to be welcome in my own home.
I am very sorry to be... Yes. It was...
I wanted to talk to the speedster there. The worst Spider-Man cartoon. So I was not a big fan of the new animated series. I thought that cartoon was very awkward. Very awkward. If you guys know what I'm talking about, after the release of the first movie, the first Spider-Man film, MTV ran a series of animated movies. It was completely CG, and it looked weird, it animated weird, and Neil Patrick Harris was the voiceover for Spider-Man, except at this time, it sounded like Neil Patrick Harris had a stick shoved up his ass, because it wasn't too good. His performance was very stiff, and it was just awkward. Like, I can't describe the weirdness that...
How are you? He's one of the few men you'll have to come back.
So yeah, it's weird. I think that probably is the worst, just because it didn't even last too long. I think it lasted like maybe a season or two, and then it was done. I don't know if I went this way or not.
If you say so.
I think I did. I love that picture of Thor. So yeah, and I mean, you could say what you want to say about, I missed something here. You could say what you want to say about this current iteration of Spider-Man, Marvel's Spider-Man being bad, and it is bad. Like, don't get me wrong, it's terrible, but I don't think it'll be even close to how bad the current Spider-Man. I mean, the way that Spider-Man, the new animated series, was.
Are you another illusion of love? I should have known friends of Thor would come. 2 of my brethren are also in. You will find.
I don't think it ended on that. I don't remember if it ended on that or not. But I just remember he threw his suit in a suitcase and basically sank it at the bottom of the ocean. That's how I remember the show ending, anyways. I could be wrong on that. But that was, I mean, I just hated the way that ended, and then I just hated the way it looked cool sometimes, and it had some cool designs, but for the most part, it was just like weird. It was like, oh god, I'm gonna die. Bungee bash. Need that health, brother. Come here. So yeah, I mean, and you know what's funny? It's like most Spider-Man cartoons end that way. If you really look back at it, they mostly all do. If anyone remembers Spider-Man Unlimited, I don't think anyone does, but if you do, if you remember that show, that also ended on a cliffhanger.
Mind if I do my happy dance?
And that show was pretty bad too. I mean, it wasn't that good. I liked some of it. It wasn't, because you were a kid back then, you couldn't tell what was really bad. But that cartoon wasn't great by any stretch of the imagination. But it was okay. It wasn't like, I can forgive it because it wanted to be its own thing. It wasn't like the new animated series, which clearly wanted to be like follow, you know, after the movie, because even then it did the whole like forced.
Halt! You shall not pass.
Oh god! It did the whole forced. What, you killed my dad? My dad was the Green Goblin. Spider-Man is a murderer. It's a combination of both. When I say I'm really busy, it's usually because I'm out working. Usually, you know, because I work as a mailman, for those who don't know. And I work from 7 to 4, and then from 4 afterward, I try to spend some time with the missus. I deal with my little brother who has autism, and he's going through a breakup now, so I'm like trying to console him. I have other projects that I also work on, and I'm trying to find other work as well, just because being a mailman doesn't really pay all the bills. So I'm trying to get gigs to do voiceover stuff. Not really succeeding in that, unfortunately, but stuff like that. You know, and then of course just dealing with the girlfriend, because the girlfriend needs time too. And, you know, she won't be happy if I dedicate all my time to editing on a computer. It was a lot more easier when I was single. I could, you know, churn out reviews like I used to, but can't do that all that much now. Alright, Spider-Sense, do your thing.
'Twas foolish to challenge me.
You made it farther than the rest, but you're gonna regret that. Dark magic will destroy you.
Affirmative.
Yeah, thanks. Try to do what I can, you know. It's just really hard balancing life. If I could do YouTube as like a full-time thing and get paid for it, that would be awesome. But as it stands now, I can't even monetize my videos, which sucks, because I have a video sitting at about 67,000 views, which oddly enough isn't even a Spider-Man review. It's the Sonic video that I did with my brother, the remix that we worked on together. that's sitting at like 60,000 views, and I wish I could have gotten paid for at least half of those, but I can't monetize my videos. So it would have definitely helped out with some of the stuff, because as it stands now, you know, living in the apartment that I do, it takes a while to actually accumulate all the stuff to like be able to comfortably live here. So we just got couches, even though we've been living here since December of last year. So just imagine that.
I've already got feet.
There we go. I should take a look at the Twitch chat just to make sure that nobody's talking to me there. No, nobody's doing anything there.
My health is low.
Get him, Spidey.
Mind if I do my happy dance?
I've already got feet.
Oh yeah, I'm liking this. Yeah.
Stay up there for a little while. Favorite game of the year of 2017? Man, you know, I don't really know. I don't think I've gotten a game of this year, to be honest with you. Like I said, I haven't really been shopping all that much, so most of the stuff I've been buying has been for the apartment, so what came out this year that was pretty big? I guess like the only game that I really liked from this year was Tekken 7. This is the only game that I've played, and I didn't even get that. A friend let me borrow it, and he moved out of state, so he was just like, you can have it until I come back. So I was like, okay. Favorite game that I've played this year? Even that I can't really truly answer because it'd have to be Deus Ex, because that's like the only game I keep going back to at this point.
Oh yeah. I do.
Affirmative.
Get this knucklehead off of me! Don't go wandering off.
My favorite Spidey VA, so it, again, Christopher Daniel Barnes, I think, is probably the best. For me, personally, anyway. He just captured what Spider-Man was to me. For so many reasons. And I guess nostalgia plays a factor in that too, but Josh Keaton is very up there. It's basically neck and neck between the two. Because I think Josh hits all the roles perfectly, and, I mean, I guess Christopher Daniel Barnes does too. For those who don't know, Spectacular Spider-Man VA Josh Keaton, Spider-Man the Animated Series from the 90s. Christopher Daniel Barnes. Shut it. And my favorite voice actor in general would probably have to be Nolan North. I actually have that game on the PS3. It's a fun game, really fun game. I gotta check to see what the we have him facing the left and him facing upward. So this guy's facing left and the other guy's facing forward. Oh, it says it right there. I'm an idiot. He's right. So I'm looking forward to getting probably Dragon Ball FighterZ. I'm looking forward to playing that if I decide to get it, if I can afford it. I think that's the most important thing. Apart from that, there isn't really anything that's truly exciting me, because most of it is more of the same than what we've seen. Games like The Last of Us that I can care less for. Games like Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom. I mean, not Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, which is just a fucking shallow, empty game that doesn't deserve to see the light of day. Most of that stuff I can't care for, but I mean, and it's more of the same, you know. It's The Last of Us, which again I can't care for. I think that game is overrated and terrible, and everyone keeps saying, "Oh my god, it's such a great game." Yeah, it might have a good story, but as a game, it sucks ass. As a game, you do the same shit repeatedly over and over again. So no, I can't really say I'm too excited for much of anything. Everything is more the same. There's no real creativity to the games anymore. So I guess I should get myself a Switch, is what I'm saying, just to play some Mario games. Because those games are always reinventing themselves. Oh, favorite game of 2017? Okay, I know now. Easily Crash Bandicoot. Easily Crash Bandicoot Remastered. I just looked at the fucking box here and I was like, Crash Bandicoot. I had a lot of fun with that. Might not be a one-for-one recreation, but it's really damn good. I should have played that on stream instead of this game. Do I watch best friends play? No, I don't think I do. Do I play any RPGs? Yes, actually, one of my favorite RPGs is called Threads of Fate. And that's probably my favorite RPG. I can't do any of the turn-based Square Enix ones. They just bore me to tears. I do have Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, and mostly for my girlfriend because she's really into Disney. Oh god. I gotta do this. Go, Wolvie.
Oh yeah, I'm the best at what I do.
Damn. That's a twofer.
All right.
Holy cow, that's a huge... I missed the attack. Ugh.
This battle will end soon.
Or so fast, jeez. So yeah, if you actually follow me on Twitch, I was playing Threads of Fate the other night. Again, I will provide a link in the chat here. This is my Twitch channel, if you don't mind giving me a follow if you have a Twitch. Threads of Fate is basically an action RPG. It's not like your Final Fantasies, it's not a turn-based game, it's very action-oriented, so think of Kingdom Hearts. Except not nearly as complicated. And it's a good story. I mean, it's a good game. I had a lot of fun with it. I really enjoy that game. And, yeah, it's a really good game. Can't say enough good things about it, to be honest with you. That was another game that I planned on reviewing, but that was a long time ago with a cousin of mine who also really enjoys that game. I got him into it, and we never could link up because he likes there's two different storylines basically. You can play as a dude, you can play as a girl, and both of them are different, and they have different reasons for doing what they do in that game. And of course, I picked the guy because I think the guy was the coolest one. He can turn into the monsters that he kills, which I always really liked, and the girl is more of like a magical girl. So, oh, excuse me, I'm stretching. It was a lot of fun. I don't know who Linkara is, so no. I think I've heard of the name before, but I don't watch the person. Why, do they like me or something? Wolverine just impaled that guy. Who am I kidding? People liking me on YouTube, most of the people don't even know who I am. Would be cool though.
I want to fight somebody who doesn't smell like old cheese.
I am really in the mood for pizza, guys. I know that is random to say, but I am. I'm in the mood for pizza. Sorry. I'm just checking some stuff here. Sending me stuff. So yeah. You guys can ask me anything you want. Don't feel intimidated. I'm a pretty cool guy. As evidenced by the comment section, I don't really attack anyone or go out of my way to insult people. I think that's just kind of stupid and rude. I appreciate you guys for watching. And I hope you appreciate me for making this stuff for you, obviously. That guy couldn't even hit the ground.
Victory for Asgard!
Sure.
Look out, superheroes. Are any of you guys excited to watch The Punisher on Netflix? I know I am. Really looking forward to that. Holy crap.
You stood little chance against the God of Thunder.
I hope this wasn't your day job.
They stole the pieces. What a bunch of jerks. If any of you guys have ever played this game, and have played the second one, I'd like to hear your opinion on it, because my opinion stands is that this game is better from a narrative, and the second one's better with some of it anyways, because I do like certain hero powers more in this game than they were implemented in the second game. Like Cap's shield, it causes a knockdown in this game, whereas in the second game it just causes like a brief stun, and I think that's the worst. Because they basically took away what was really, really good about Cap's shield. It knocked anything except water.
Right.
And these guys are bad.
All right.
Well, if Cap didn't fucking move.
All right.
Good job pressing nothing there. I'm dull.
Right now, you got much bigger worries than the living icicle here.
Yeah, there's the little matter of you getting stomped flat.
But we're ready for you this time.
And make no mistake, we ain't gonna take you prisoner, cause there ain't gonna be enough of you left to put in a thimble.
Said that before. Except you guys weren't around to hear that. I have to switch controllers soon.
Use some help.
Yeah,
If you say so. Quiet. Too quiet.
Thank you, my friends. I owe you my life. Loki, the god of mischief, played his ultimate trick. He has betrayed all of Asgard, and for that, he will pay dearly. My horn was taken from me. Would you be willing to locate it?
Sure.
Thank you. I will await your return with my horn. Hello again, my friends. I see you do not have my horn. Thank you.
There's the horn. We are.
Praise, oh, but first, you had best. Wow!
Let's go free. What's his face?
It is good you have freed Heimdall, but you must now do the same for Tyr. You can find him through the door behind me.
Look, human.
What are you?
Yes. Was foolish to challenge me.
If you say so.
Whatever.
I hope this wasn't your day job.
Got a lot of coins here, brother.
I've already got you beat.
I'm the best at what I do.
Wolverine just chopped that.
Whatever.
Wolverine is not one to be fucked with when he gets mad. Especially in this game. I just wish his energy didn't get ripped to shreds whenever you would attack with him. Jesus, June.
If you say so.
Aye. Affirmative. Aye.
Takes forever, but whatever. Them rhymes though.
Foolish to challenge me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
June again. Alright.
That's gonna lead us.
He's huge.
All right.
pal.
By the power of Asgard!
All right. I don't think so.
Oh, I gotta do this again, don't I? Yeah, I'm here, man. I live. Unfortunately, the rest of this chat room doesn't. Yeah, they all kind of just left and didn't say bye, which kind of sucks, but I mean, it is what it is. I'm used to it. What's up, Batman? The infamous Shadow of Batman, a loyal contributor to the YouTube comments section. Missing something, clearly. I say the nicest things? I guess that depends on who you ask. A for effort, though, right? Interesting, very interesting. It's almost weird. Benson's going to DC is going to shake up a lot of things, and contrary to what people believe, I'm pretty sure some people are panicking over at Marvel because of it, because that's a big deal. That's a very big deal. He's excited. I mean, I can understand why he would want to go to DC, because Marvel has hit its apex. Marvel has hit its zenith. There's nothing more that they can do at Marvel, and I'm pretty sure that he's probably burned out from having to deal with all the bullshit from Marvel Studios, and he's going over to DC, which doesn't have its head together, clearly. And I doubt that DC Studios is influencing the comic side of things, so he's probably going to go there for more of the creative freedom, more than anything. Because you're seeing it a lot in Marvel Comics now, even back then, is that all their stuff now is like tying into the films. And even if it's loosely based, or if it's like, it has something to do with it, you know, it's it's still being influenced by the MCU, and everything is being influenced by the MCU, and it's exhausting.
Dear, that's no way to straighten your spine.
This must be our lucky day. We get to play with the spider.
Well, if it isn't two of my favorite psychos, Scorpion and Lizard, how are you kids doing?
Always the comedian, aren't you, Webhead?
Now, is that any way to talk to someone who brought you a nice new lily pad to sit on?
He's a lizard, you moron, not a frog.
Oh, well, how about you, Scorpion? You need a lily pad?
Hey, Scorpion. Seeing the web slinger reminds me of how much I love to pull the legs off of spiders.
Me, I just like to stomp them and watch them twitch.
Are you guys making veiled threats? I can't tell, and I really think I should be in the loop on this.
That's it! You won't escape!
Ow. Fire. Just stay in there and slowly lose health, please. Oh, hello. That's my teammate. Let's do it. Yeah, and that's what I really like about DC stuff, is like, even if it didn't suck, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't influence. You know, Batman 89 did well. I don't remember the comics influencing, you know, getting influenced by Batman 89. I don't remember all of a sudden seeing Joker stories including Jack Napier as you know, the Joker. So, I mean, DC is always known to separate itself from what it is, and Marvel just doesn't. Marvel sees profit. Oh god, I just lost Cap. That's not good. Marvel just sees profit with what their properties are. I don't know why he switched to this. This is like just the dodge build right here. Spidey. I like Spider something more.
Hi.
Yeah.
Get him.
Ain't gonna happen.
Lost Cap.
Whatever.
Sure.
Yeah, and that's the one thing I've always hated about Marvel, is like, they don't know how to separate themselves from what they do, or what they're doing on the big screen. They want to incorporate it as much as possible, for probably maximum profits, because of course the casual audience is the one that's going to see the films. It's not the hardcore audience that reads the comics. So they're trying to get the casuals to read the comics, and in doing so, they blend both of their universes together. And most people who can't stand some of the things that the universe does are not having to be force-fed that crap, and it becomes a bit of a displeasure. Of course, there's ways to do it. Like, I think Spider-Verse did a really excellent way of like incorporating the film things. Like, they included the different verses of Spider-Man throughout the world of Marvel, throughout the universes of Marvel, and it included the guy who looked like Seabiscuit and the other guy from the I forget what it was. The Social Network, I think, was the quote that they used. I have that comic somewhere. But yeah, that's a smarter way of doing it, instead of just ham-fisting it into the main stories and pissing off, you know, your fans. Because now I'm seeing it a lot more than I used to. Everyone was talking about superhero fatigue and all this other stuff, and before it wasn't really so much. But now I'm hearing people, and myself included, like, I'm sick of seeing Avengers shit everywhere. Avengers were never that popular. They were a cool group, but they were never popular. Fantastic Four and the X-Men were more popular than the Avengers, and that is a fact. And it wasn't until the movie came out where the Avengers blew up. It wasn't until Iron Man came out that Iron Man blew up. Iron Man was a nobody. And now you're seeing Iron Man everywhere. You're seeing Captain America everywhere. You're seeing these guys being the pillagers for Marvel. They're being the front and center, where that never existed. It was always Spider-Man. Spider-Man was the tried and true Marvel hero. He was the guy you would see on posters everywhere. He was the marquee hero. You think Marvel, you think of Spider-Man. Now it's different. You think Marvel, you think Avengers, you think Guardians of the Galaxy, and that's because of what Marvel Films is doing. And because of what they're doing, they're now having to backpedal that into their comics, and their comics are being influenced by it, and it's just, it creates a monkey's paw scenario of just displeasure against, you know, amongst the fans. Not to mention some of the SJW shit that they've been incorporating that people don't really have any interest in. It's cool to have a political comment every now and then, but just the ham-fisted in your comics, because not every reader's the same, and not every reader has the same political affiliation or the same beliefs or whatever. But the one good thing that everyone can always agree on is what's good, what's right, and what's wrong. And once you start treading the lines of the gray area, people are going to start to disagree, and the comic is going to become controversial, and it's going to split your fan base down. What Marvel has unfortunately done. A lot of people have been really pissed off since the new reboot of the Marvel Universe with, like, Riri Williams as Ironheart and stuff like that, and just all the appealing and making certain characters gay, and that, you know, not that that's wrong or anything, but when you change the fundamentals of the characters you know for something that's just completely out of right field, just so you can make a statement, just so you can say, oh, hey, we have this character, we're diverse. You know, it's wrong. You shouldn't be doing it just to be saying, oh, yeah, our character's diverse. You should just make a character, and make that character be cool and diverse, without ham-fisting it, without ruining the existing ones, which Marvel has never been really good at, and so that's my rant. Exactly, they never used to do that stuff, and now all of a sudden it's like a total shift with that stuff. And it's been pissing everyone off.
I hope this wasn't your day job.
Sorry if my responses are a bit delayed, I can't help that, it's the stream. Daredevil's what? Here. Exactly, like there's a difference in how you handle it and how you do it that makes sense and isn't insulting the reader.
Hi.
I require help.
If you say so.
Not too bad.
How embarrassing.
Hi.
Let's revive the team here.
Yeah.
Got it.
Good to see you, Cap. Actually, I think I'm gonna switch someone out here. I don't know who to switch. Just give me a second. I'm gonna go get some drinks because my throat's killing me right now. I think I'm getting sick. Somebody tagged me in something? Okay, I have returned. Let's see. If this were made today, there would be no Final Fantasy. I mean, excuse me, Final Fantasy. Jesus, there would be no Fantastic Four, and there would be no X-Men. It would strictly just be Guardians of the Galaxy and Avengers, and maybe Spider-Man. There we go. That's better. Let's change this team up here. I want to get rid of Thor, but Thor's actually really useful. So is Cap. I think him, but he's really good on damage. So that's this is a problem, man. I wish I could use Magneto or Venom or Sabretooth or Doctor Doom, but those guys are so weak. They're half the level that anyone else is. Black Panther's not that great. Iron Man is terrible in this game.
Iron Man.
New Avengers!
Hi, Pep. Hi, Pepper. My precious little kitty cat. I should probably move these things out of the way so you don't try and chew them up. Alright, so let's see.
Captain America. Thor. Iron Man. The Hulk.
Classic Avengers!
Classic Avengers. I just wish the Hulk was actually defendable. His stats suck. He's level 32, Iron Man's 46, Thor's 47, Cap's 49.
Spider-Man.
Love this suit. Wish the second game actually fucking put more suits in. So Spidey, we're gonna go with, should I go with Moon Knight again? I don't know.
Moon Knight.
That's kinda cool. I think I'm gonna get my shit. I'll probably just leave the teams be honest.
Thor.
Looks so dorky.
Captain America.
Old wingtips. Does he have? No, he just has shield mastery and increase XP. I think the other suit is better for for its powers. It breaks him more because the critical hit chance is like insane. Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is a lot of fun. I love Doctor Strange. Problem is that he's not that good.
The Thing.
You know what? I'll throw in Cyclops.
Cyclops.
Actually, to forget it, I need someone with healing. So Wolverine's gonna be my clutch.
Onward to battle.
The same team, basically. I just can't. I'm trying to strategize for the next fight because the fight is really hard. I think it's against Enchantress and the Executioner. Bless you, Pepper. Yeah. It's always weird when you see street level heroes get thrown into the mix in like cosmic events. They're just so out of place.
Thou hast struck the great anvil, and proven thyself worthy of the favor of the gods. Take this, and fare thee well.
This is Asgardian Am. Yeah, armor. This is good for old Thor here. He just took it. He didn't even care. Do yourself.
Alright.
It's like seeing Luke Cage go up against like Galactus or something. It doesn't make any sense. There's no real relevance or no context. It's just like, why do you do it? We just want to have a superhero. But I mean, in a sense, I like it, you know, because I don't mind having more heroes thrown into the game. 'Cause that's the one thing I really disliked about the second game. It's like this game is half the roster of the first game. Oh, that was those guys. You, come here. 5, 6, 7. You're missing out, man. The Netflix show is really, really good. I haven't seen all of it, but I've seen enough to where I wanted to, because I'm more intrigued about the Punisher stuff. I'm a really big Punisher fan. So that's what I'm really into.
Yeah.
That's gonna leave it alone.
So that's pretty much where I stopped watching the Punisher stuff. So I stopped. I'm really looking forward to that Netflix series. This game, I would argue this game is actually more story-based. This game's all about what Doctor Doom's been planning, and it keeps you in the dark about what Doctor Doom's been planning. It focuses you, like, it basically encases you in the entirety of the Marvel Universe, which is something that I really, really like. That you might have not known about some of these properties in Marvel Comics had it not been for this game having the gall to take you through them. Whereas the second game kind of suggested it and kept it very, very contained story, which I guess is good for just containing a narrative, but it was boring in comparison. Like, you were going on this universal trip in this game, and going around planets, and going around, you know, here we are in Asgard. Whereas the second game, it's more like you're a soldier fighting a war. And that's literally where you are. It's like heroes for hire, wrapping up other heroes in city streets, and you can only handle so much of that before it just becomes boring. This game was a lot of fun to look at, a lot of fun to play. It got you invested and intrigued in different crevices of the Marvel Universe. So there was a lot more, I think there was a lot more narrative in the first game than people give it credit for. The second game, it was loosely based on this. It took a lot of liberties, but it just never felt like anything mattered, really. The stakes were never there. I don't know, it's hard to describe the second game. Clearly more focused on being you know, a showcase for the new gameplay mechanics, which is the fusion techniques, which is what I wish this game had. If this game had fusion techniques in it, oh my god, it would be so much. I never stopped playing this game. The second game too never had that, and I can't really stomach playing through the second game story all that much. I'm about to die.
That's gonna leave marks. This won't take much longer.
Pepper, what are you doing?
This won't take much longer. That's gonna leave a bruise. My help is this battle ends soon.
Oh my god. Oh my god, the shield. This is why I love the first Ultimate Alliance shield. Because it's so busted, but it's great. Because that's kind of the way you want to play. The second game nerfed the shit out of this shield. You can't even get knockback on it. Like, it's so lame in comparison. Pepper, you going nuts? Plus, in this game, you get to fight a lot more different variety of enemies. Whereas the second game, it's more of like fight drones. And you're fighting drones basically from about midway through the game, or a little bit before midway, like quarter of the game, and onward. Every now and then you get to fight like an enhanced prisoner. For the most part, you're fighting drones. It's it's not interesting. Like, it's not interesting. The only thing interesting about the game is the gameplay. But even then, it was like a neutered down version of it's like a neutered down version of the first game, because like you don't have nearly as many powers. The powers are nerfed, which is stupid. Like, you want to play as a character that is powerful and enticing and good. You don't want to fucking nerf them near uselessness. And then on top of that, it's like the things you really like oh my god, all these costumes, they have stats, the stats are really good, I like the way they look, all this other stuff. Things worth investing your time into multiple playthroughs so you can get enough experience to yeah. Give him the shield. I love the shield. It's so busted. Out of the way, Thor.
If you say so.
Health for everyone. Yeah, it's like they nerfed the powers, they got rid of the extra costumes. Now characters only get one costume per person. Or per hero. The roster was cut in half. Not nearly as many people as the first game. It's like they took everything and they made some things great, but they basically gutted everything else. My controller's gonna die.
Against the god of thunder.
Pepper, you gotta stop.
I'm on it.
If you say so.
What are you pushing there, partner?
Without your aid, I never would have been. Long have I shown disdain
but
for
I'm
humans.
Thor.
Your people allow me to create the.
Here we go. Boss fight. That was a little awkward.
What a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, I've had a fair amount of people earlier who are no longer here ask me about that.
Enough of your feminine wiles. I know of your spells. Now release Baldur immediately, or suffer my wrath.
Ah, God.
No one speaks to Enchantress like that. You will be silent, god of thunder.
Why, Executioner?
No,
Good. For I will keep...
Yes, my lady. 1,000...
Enough of this. Impossible. How could one...
It isn't.
Tell him nothing, my lady. We've...
I have a better idea, my pet.
So, in terms of... not answering the question here. Boss fight.
This won't take much longer.
Well done, my friend. You have defeated the Enchantress and the Executioner. I would have not thought it possible. I can still stand, so I am well enough to not be an easy fight. I thank you again.
That's exactly my issue with the game as well. So from the latest trailer, it looks like, I mean, it's fine, it's good looking. It's not like it's a terrible looking game. It's a higher produced value version of Spider-Man that we've seen, and it's good because the character finally deserves a presentation worthy of those high production values. When you've seen Spider-Man games in the past, you've seen games that look half-assed, you've seen games that look like they're clearly on a budget, and I'm finally glad that we're no longer getting that, or that no longer seems to be the case. So, that to me is good news. That to me makes me happy. What doesn't make me happy is just the fact that it looks like the same game still. It looks like it's still, you know, it looks like it's still the same old Spider-Man game we've been playing for years. It doesn't look any different. It doesn't look any spectacular. You know, it doesn't look like it's special. It looks old. It looks like you know, like every other superhero game that we've seen come out in the last 10 to 15 years. So with that, it's not really wowing me. And I'm looking for something to say, okay, this is its own thing. It's creating its own path. It's a different game, and I've yet to actually see that. So until I see that, this game is still, like, I'm still very skeptical about it, because it just doesn't, I don't know, it just seems like it's playing it too safe, and it's being by the numbers. And I can appreciate throwing in a Mr. Negative in there. I can appreciate giving, you know, more of the street level guys a little bit more backstory and all this stuff. But I don't know. To me, it just seems like something's off. Can't put my finger on it. It just doesn't wow me. There's not enough pizzazz. There's not enough excitement, especially because all the things that they've been showing have been exclusively just like Mr. Negative stuff. And if a game is just showing off Mr. Negative stuff and that's all there is to it, which I don't know, I can't say for sure because I don't know. They could be just teasing us and there could be more to the game, but they're really showing us all that stuff with Mr. Negative. It's probably because there's not that much in the game to begin with. There might be something with Kingpin. We've seen stuff with Kingpin. There might be something with Osborn. Who knows? But it just seems like
now
there's
that the
not
Bifrost
enough.
Bridge is open and the gods have been freed in Asgard,
It feels
we
shallow.
can turn our attention to locating Odin.
I hope I'm wrong, but who knows?
The last we heard, Odin was heading toward Niflheim to battle the Frost Giants. I doubt he's in trouble. But just to be sure, your next mission is to go to Niflheim to see if Odin needs help. For more information on helping Odin, talk to Lady Sif. If you want to leave right now, take the well to Niflheim.
Alright.
Affirmative.
Exactly. You can't do that because every game is different. Every game is unique. Every character is unique, and you have to appeal to what makes the character, not what other games have done. You know what I'm saying?
Is about to commence. The attack on the Omega base, the kidnapping of the X-Man, and our dealings with Mephisto have all led up to this moment. I would remind you that failure is not an option.
You worry too much, my good doctor. We are more than prepared to achieve our ultimate goal.
And you worry too little. How often have we all had victory firmly in our grasp, only to have it snatched away by the heroes?
You do realize, Baron Mordo, that the price of failure will be the wrath of Odin. Are you prepared for that?
No. No, I don't suppose I am.
None of us are. It would be a fate worse than death.
And that is why we must be absolutely certain we are willing to do what must be done for success.
Fear not, Dr. Doom. I am prepared for whatever challenges we meet.
As am I. Just knowing the rewards that await makes it all worthwhile.
Of that, you have no fear, Ultron. Everyone will get what's coming to them.
So you've returned, eh? Well, I've nothing left to steal, so leave me in peace. He did pass through here on his way to battle. I don't know who he fought, but the very ground shook from the force of the blows. It has recently grown silent, and I fear all is not well for Odin. I am Vola, prophetess of Asgard. I believe you when you
Back from the dead.
My health is low. That's gonna leave a bruise.
Hey, what's up, Commander Rex? Long time no see. How are you doing, pal?
Prepare for battle.
Thank God I came back. I've entertained you a lot. Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I've the comments. I try to entertain as much as I can. I'm around. I'm always around. I'm just usually busy and I can't upload as much as I like. So I figured I'd do a little live stream and see how people are doing and have them talk to me and whatnot. 'Cause it's always good to interact with your community, I think. The most popular question: how is that Spider-Man 3 review coming? If I were to show you right now the process of what I'm going through, trying to make a fully functional 3D model of a Venom to incorporate in my figure, you would understand why that review has not appeared. So that is it's a work in progress. I mentioned this earlier, so I'll mention it to you guys again. I'm working on some side projects in the meantime to upload while those reviews are being produced. So those, if you go back and watch this video, I don't think any of them will. You'll hear what projects they are. But I think you guys will like it. It'll be a cool little side thing. So you guys wait for Spider-Man 3. That guy flew. I have seen Homecoming, yes. Yeah, I mean, like, Spider-Man is a game... Pepper, no. That's my cord. You can't play with that. I apologize, that's my little kitten. She's a nuisance. Spider-Man is a game that, unfortunately, I guess, really works well in more open settings. You're able to do more with the character. You're able to have more freedom expressing the character with his powers and abilities and so on and so forth. So, unfortunately, having him... Wow, did I really stab him with it? Unfortunately, having him in a linear setting, I don't think would make too many people happy. They feel like, what the hell is restricted. Although I'm pretty sure, from the looks of it, Insomniac is going to have a lot of linear sections in their Spider-Man game. I sincerely doubt a lot of it is going to be taking place in an open world. But when it comes to Homecoming, I thought it was average, run-of-the-mill, kind of an unnecessary movie, but not entertaining, not truly entertaining. Everyone says it's a really good Spider-Man film. I thought it was an average Spider-Man film. Just everything about it just seemed kind of like, okay, we have to do this. You haven't played Spider-Man 3, you're not missing much, pal. I can tell you that.
Next time, I will fight somebody who doesn't speak.
Yeah, that seems to be everyone's favorite part about the Ultimate Spider-Man movie. Wow, I got them both with that. Awesome. I'm glad people really thought that was funny, because I was pretty much laughing my ass off when Ow, Pepper. When I first edited that the first time around.
That's right. I won. Fear me.
Come here. Come here, Pepper. Stop. Sit right here. Relax, okay? No? You don't want to? You want to slide down? Alright, go up in the tree. Into the fire you go.
Already got you beat. That's gonna leave a bruise. That's gonna leave a bruise.
Bless you, Pepper. And Cat just sneezed. Cap with a shield and a sword.
Yeah, we certainly showed Lola, didn't we, Kurt?
Yes, but I would not be too proud.
Give me.
I disagree with you, Charles. Just on the grounds that I think Homecoming fails as a Spider-Man movie. 'Cause it tries too hard to hammer in the fact, like, yes, we are MCU, and that's great and all. Die.
No, not now.
Cap's dead? Oh, fuck. We're screwed. We're screwed. Oh, yeah, we're screwed. We're definitely screwed. Oh, God. Can you leave me alone, Curse? Yeah, your health runs low? I think we're all screwed here, pal. I gotta run away from this fight. Oh god, he choked me. Ah. That's it. Oh god, I got saved. I got saved. Hit him or something. Might have to cheese this, but I don't know how. Away, away. Spider-Man Super does nothing against bosses. Get away. Whoa, okay. Whew. He does a lot of damage. He did one choke to me that took like more than a quarter of my health away. If I can get Curse, I can get the other guy. The other guy's more harder to fucking kill because he's physical resistant. Oh god, oh god. Nah. Bless you, Pepper. I think everyone here is getting sick. Oh! Shit. I gotta put some distance between myself and these guys. So let's go right here. Why can't I hit him for whatever reason now? Any health in here? Of course not. Why would there be? God. Get Curse, for fuck's sake. I just want to hit him so I can read the chat and respond to the conversation. Oh god. Oh my god, that hit me from above. Help. There we go. Okay. This might take a little while. This is actually going to take a long time. Ha. Physical resistance is just killing me. Is there anything I can use? I want to roll it to the side, game. Actually. Oh, God. This automatically makes me dodge. Like that, thank you. Have to do it to save my own skin here. Oh, enhanced damage, just what I fucking need. Gotta wait for the rest of my guys to get healed though.
Mind if I do my happy dance?
Not the guy I wanted to hit with the stun. Get out, get out, get out! Get out! Holy shit! Oh my god, okay, okay. Change team.
Be careful out there, team.
I didn't hit revive team. This might be bad. Okay, they're back. Oh, thank god. Cap, do something. Cap, do something. Boost. 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 Boost.
Give me some help.
Oh god.
I'm out.
Whew. I gotta get out of here before I lose my health. God. What? Oh. Give me the fucking sword.
'Twas foolish to challenge me.
Affirmative. Affirmative. I.
Holy crap. There we go. Ha. Eat thunder. Rest in peace, Spidey. You were valiant. Both you and Wolverine. I will wait them out until they revive so I can proceed forward. Pretty sure there's a figure up here. Yeah. Gotta wait 2 minutes for this. There's Wolverine.
Affirmative.
Holy smokes. So what did I miss? You make a SWBF 2005 mods? What? I don't get that. I'm sorry, I'm misunderstanding. Pepper. Marvel's Spider-Man? I'm not a fan. That cartoon? Not a fan. Not a fan at all. It just looks cheap. I can't stand the VA for Spidey. It just looks meh. I believe this is Gold Edition. This is the re-release that came out, so
So you did find my ring. I knew there was an honest air about you.
Stop it. Pepper, you've got to chill out. I love you, cat, but you're crazy. Go up there.
No, you must keep it. For I see that you will know when you see it. Though that success will be... You are all destined to die. I'm afraid not. You are dead.
Yay, level up from being destroyed.
Power of Asgard!
I'll take that. Can you not? Like, you... Alright, I'm gonna kick you out, cat. She keeps playing with my cords. Pepper, come here. I've had enough of you. Give me a second, guys. I gotta deal with this cat. I have returned. Welcome back. So guys, I am going to be sending you some stuff here on this YouTube channel. So this right here, this link, is an exclusive link to my Discord channel. This way you guys can actually talk to me and stuff. And just like talk amongst yourselves about the Spider-Man stuff, or whatever stuff you really want to talk about. It doesn't matter.
Fear the might of Thor.
So if you want to go ahead and join that, you're more than welcome to. It's my personal Discord channel. I don't have many people in it just because I don't really promote it as much as I should, so I figured, hey, why not today? Or now that I have some people here.
Yeah.
So if you want to go ahead and join that Discord channel, you're more than welcome to. Favorite Spidey villain? The Goblin. The Goblin is probably the most personable Spidey villain that there is. Green Goblin. Most of the stories involving Spidey and the Goblin are usually really good reads anyway. You know, you often have your anyone, like Grave of the Last Hunt, obviously, amazing story.
This won't take much longer. Gonna leave a bruise.
Cap with a giant hammer.
This won't take I could use it. That's gonna leave a bruise.
Winter Soldier. Civil War is a very close second, but Winter Soldier is my favorite. I don't think anything can really top that film.
Mind if I do my happy dance?
I am actually. I don't read as much DC comics. I don't read as much comics in general as much as I used to, but I love DC comics as well. I have Batman on this system. I have a whole bunch of Batman figures around, you know. You have a Superman.
I hope this wasn't a favor.
This won't take much longer.
Superman? Superman's cool. Superman's really cool. I just hate what they do with him most of the time, like in the media, like Injustice. Injustice, I hate it because it's so much bat worshipping. I like Batman. Like, Batman is cool. Batman is an awesome superhero, but to just like make Superman the bad guy to make Batman cool or cooler, even though he already is, he doesn't need it. You know, you think it would be the opposite? Like, I just hate that. I hate that so much. It's a disservice to both. Well, it's more of a disservice to him, to Superman, than it is to Batman.
This does not bode well at all. The sword must have been used on Odin. And if that happened, you must move with all haste. Locate Odin. He is no doubt now the prisoner of Loki and Dr. Doom. I could not even hazard it.
Yes.
Kind of. There's a bit of a charm to him that I can see. the movies just don't give him any material to work with, and Man of Steel didn't do him any favors, and Batman v Superman definitely did not do him any favors. So I'm sure, you know, if you give him a proper film that isn't just a setup to another, you know, bunch of films, his Superman can really shine. Because there is something to him. I mean, you see the guy and you see him smiling, and you know, there's a charm, there's a likability to him. The problem therein lies is the material that he's given with. Like, he's a Superman that's just destructive. He's a Superman that just doesn't give a shit. He's a Superman that is conflicted on the right thing, where the Superman kind of usually always knows what the right thing is.
The might of Ymir, the king of the frost giants. That petty tyrant has been defeated, and is now in the control of Dr. Doom.
I knew that was gonna happen.
What a battle that was!
Alright,
the look upon Odin's face will long be a treasured memory. To the top of Raven's Spire, there, Loki will seek out the invincible destroyer armor.
Well, I mean, realistically, he's the only Superman since Christopher Reeve. Nobody really counts Brandon Routh, so...
What a glorious day this is for my people. It is...
Affirmative.
All right. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man needs help. I hope this wasn't your day job.
Stop them! Affirmative. That's gonna leave a bruise.
Stab him.
Now you know the power of the frost giants.
I'm weak and need help. Someone could have warned me.
Affirmative. I will crush you.
I never thought this possible.
Smash the tiny ones. Stay down. I will.
And that's it for you, Captain. Yeah, I said that earlier. Mine's is Christopher Daniel Barnes with Josh Keaton at a very close second.
No way.
Rest in peace, guys.
Ain't gonna happen.
I might die here.
Stay down.
I am. You know, I don't see the harm in Miles like some people do. Oh god, that was very close. I don't want him to be the Spider-Man. I think is like my one thing with Miles that I have.
Hurts. Anybody else want some?
Bam.
See you around, sucker. Sucker.
Yeah, that's my only thing with Miles is that I like him, but I just don't want him to be the Spider-Man, because the Spider-Man has always been Peter Parker, and it's going back to an earlier thing I said, is like, you can't really change what's been established for so many years without there being backlash to it. So many people are used to being, just knowing Peter Parker as the Spider-Man, that when you start introducing new characters and calling them characters that you've known before, like X-23 being the new Wolverine, it's a little bizarre, you know. People are taken aback by it, and it's just it sets a bad precedent, which I think is what happened with Miles initially. People grew on him more. I've grown on him. Like I never disliked Miles, but I could simply, you know, I can certainly sympathize myself, or sympathize, I should say, with people who didn't like him because it felt like too much too soon. So, but yeah, I'm a Miles fan. I'm not a heavy Miles fan by any definition, but... Holy shit, that was an instant KO. I love the claw kebab and its random ability to just like murder people. That guy fell off the map.
Give me some health.
Got it there, brother. Alright, man, take it easy. Thanks for hanging out.
Sure.
This is an outrage. How dare Loki and Doom leave us behind? I'll not stand for it.
This is not an unforeseen outcome. They now each get what they desire without having to share the spoils with us.
We'll just see.
Can you use your...
It is...
An unfortunate outcome.
How did you get here? You shouldn't...
Evidence.
Now we get to fight Loki.
My. What an unexpected surprise. But don't sorry. But I'm not exactly sure what's happened to... I seek to take control of the Destroyer. It is a... I invite you to do your best.
Yeah.
Not now. Guess you didn't want a piece of me.
As you wish.
Whatever.
Command. My health runs low. This cannot be.
Whatever. Ain't got the energy for that.
Yeah.
No. Any knowledge? All right.
We did it.
Welcome back.
Affirmative.
Good luck, and watch yourselves. Welcome back.
Affirmative.
Welcome back.
Affirmative.
Good luck.
Whatever.
Affirmative.
No, I just clipped through the table.
Sure.
I hate that jump so much. I can never make it on the first try. No! No! Oh my god! I wasn't paying attention. I was so close. And I freaking got shoved. Ah. Smack it.
You did an excellent job.
You did an excellent job.
Thank you for doing what I could never have accomplished alone. You should know by now that deception is my greatest weapon. You never teleported back to Valkyries, and now I will...
got it.
Get over here, you guys. All right. Let's stay together, people.
Affirmative.
Get this knucklehead off of me.
Whatever. Help me out here.
Stuck. I am stuck.
All right. It's only gonna get worse,
Whatever reason, Spider-Man's bugged.
Fortune must favor. It should have been impossible for you to have defeated the Destroyer. I did exactly as the plan I stole from S.H.I.E.L.D. specified. I took Odin's bomb to Raven's Peak, and with it, stole his power. Yes, I now control the absolute power, not this time. I triumph will be absolute.
Am I dead? Why does heaven
I
smell
love
like
these
a wet
cutscenes.
dog? Oh wait, never mind.
I am Uatu, the Watcher. I prevented your deaths, for you are needed to save this universe. Listen closely, mortals. Dr. Doom's unrestrained use of Odin's power will soon tear the fabric of reality beyond repair. I have broken my sacred vow to only observe, so that I may give you this one chance to save your world.
Who can stand against the power of Odin? Even the gods of mighty Asgard have fallen.
Doom's power seems unlimited, but you must know a way to stop him.
Yes, there is a chance, but it will be difficult. First, you must obtain the Makran Crystal, a Shi'ar gem of fantastic power. Next, you must acquire another object of great power, and it will take all your strength and skill. You must face the World Eater known as Galactus.
Greetings. I am Uatu, the Watcher. And this is Atalan.
And with that, I will leave you guys on a little cliffhanger with, because I can't continue to play this. I'll be here all night. So it's been real. Thank you guys for hanging out here on YouTube, and also on Twitch. But I think I'm gonna call it. So take care, everyone.